Hello and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy. Today I am reviewing I Want to Be Where You Are by Kristina Forest. I listened to the audiobook for this, which was narrated by Jeanette Illidge. So this is a young adult contemporary road trip story. It's got a romance subplot to it, and it is featuring a Black main character who is really into ballet. In fact, all the main characters in this book are Black. So it is a fun, really joyful adventure story, and I loved it. While the main character does ballet, it is not centered around ballet to the point that if you aren't into it, you wouldn't enjoy this book also. If you're looking for a road trip book or looking for just Black joy stories, this one is awesome. So it focuses on Chloe, who is a ballerina. She is in her junior year of high school, and she really, really wants to get into this one conservatory in New York that is starting. It's like the perfect opportunity. It's only for high schoolers, so she can only do it next year, her senior year of high school, and then she's going to age out. But there's also an additional incentive because this is the first year of the conservatory, and they've gotten enough donors that everyone who gets in this year is going to have a full ride. So she can go to New York, study in a conservatory, and do it for free. And it is founded by her absolute favorite ballet dancer. I'm not sure if guys are still called ballerinas, but it is by this Black dancer that she really admires and is like her role model, and so she wants to work under him and study under him. So this is like her dream come true. But her mother doesn't want her to go to New York. They're living in New Jersey, and New York is just too far, and her mom is really uptight and really nervous. Her father had died in a car accident, and ever since then, her mother has been like super overprotective of Chloe. And so she knows her mom isn't going to let her audition. Like she's already asked, her mom said no. And Chloe decides that if she gets in, maybe she can convince her mom. And if she doesn't get in, then her mom never needs to know that she auditioned. So the next nearest audition is in DC. The one in New York City. It had already happened and she had missed it. But this is spring break, and it also happens to be the week that her mother is going on a cruise with her boyfriend. And so Chloe is left alone during spring break, and she's like, I can do this. I'm going to tell my mom I'm going to my friend's house. That's what I'm doing with spring break. And instead, she gets in a car, and she's thinking it's just going to be a one-day trip. Go to DC, do the audition, drive right back. Nobody needs to know. But she gets sidetracked. Her neighbor from across the street, who's also in her grade and who she used to be best friends with, sees her leaving and is like, hey, my mom's not back with the car. I need to get to the bus station. I'm supposed to be visiting my dad. Can you drop me off? And Chloe's like, I guess, fine. But then the guy, Eli, starts bringing his dog. And they are running late, and they miss the bus. And so he's like, well, drive me to the bus station in DC. And it's just like one thing after another happens that keeps prolonging this trip. There are a ton of mishaps that make this one-day trip into like several days and most of spring break. All the mishaps and stuff were kind of funny. It never so life-endangering that I thought, oh man, something terrible is going to happen. But like a bunch of relatively minor things happen to throw them off course and make them spend more time together. And so Chloe and her friend Eli had been best friends before, but there had really just been a third friend who they were both friends with, and so the three of them always hang out together, like when they were in elementary and middle school. And when that friend moved out of town, the two of them kind of drifted apart. But also, something happened with Eli that really annoyed Chloe, and so she's like, he's the worst person in the world, and I hate him. And it takes a while for us to figure out, for Chloe to tell us what that is. So I don't want to spoil it, but there's definitely like a hate element to this one. Like, they hate each other. But as it goes on, and as they spend more time together, and as they reminisce about being childhood friends, and remembering what they actually liked about each other, they also start developing feelings for each other. And so we've got a romance element to it also. This was fun. It was late. There is some character development in it. Chloe and Eli both need to like grow up a little bit during this week, and also like their friendship and fixing that friendship. So I really enjoyed I Want to Be Where You Are. I gave it 4 stars. it was fun. It was exactly what I needed for like a summer read. So I am highly recommending it. I Want to Be Where You Are by Kristina Forest. Let me know in the comments below if you have read this. Are there other fun road trip books you enjoy, or other books with just like Black main characters who are just having fun? So peace out. I love you guys and keep reading. Bye.